So good afternoon, students. Good morning. Good morning to one and all. So in the previous class, start the analog angle modulation. Angle modulation, you have to go for frequency modulation and phase modulation. So there is in the yesterday's class, you've seen that some of the concepts related to frequency modulation. So you have to recollect the some of the concepts and you have to go into the another concepts. So that is the last class. You see that there is spectrum of an FM signal. So what is the spectrum it is? So like in AM, what are the spectral components are there? In AM, there is the spectral components are lower sideband and upper sideband. Those are the spectral components are there. So one spectrum occurs at FC plus FM and another spectrum occurs at FC minus FM. So those are two sidebands are present in the free FM amplitude modulation. So like this frequency modulation, so what are the spectral components are there? Or how many number of sidebands are there? So whereas in that amplitude modulation, there are two sidebands are there. One is upper sideband that present at FC plus FM place. So another one is the lower sideband that present at FC minus FM place. So according to the FC, there is FC plus FM and FC minus FM takes place in that sidebands presence in the amplitude modulation. So now the same concepts repeat the frequency modulation concept. That is, the number of sidebands are there. Those sidebands are called as spectral components. Spectral components. For that, you have to go for a frequency modulation equation, mathematical equation. That is, V of t is equal to AC cos omega ct plus beta sin omega m of t. Once again, repeat that. V of t is equal to AC cos omega ct plus beta into sin omega m of t. So whereas in this equation, you have to assume that amplitude of the signal, that is AC, is equal to unity. So set AC as unity for our convenience. So now, and in this equation now, we have to is called cos omega ct plus beta sin omega m of t. What about the beta? The beta is the modulation index of the frequency modulation. So can you define that modulation index? So modulation index is nothing but the ratio of maximum frequency deviation by modulated signal frequency. The ratio of maximum frequency deviation by modulated signal frequency is nothing but modulation index in the FM. So by using this equation as 4.551, we have t is called cos omega ct plus beta sin omega m of t. Whereas cos A plus B formula, you know, in order to apply the cos A plus B formula is cos omega ct cos beta sin omega m of t minus sin omega ct sin beta sin omega m of t. Here in this second equation, so cos beta sin omega m of t and sin beta sin omega m of t, these two terms are known as those terms are called a modulating frequency including the terms. Whereas cos omega ct is there, cos omega ct is the carrier frequency. Like sin omega ct is there, that is the carrier frequency. So omega ct is the carrier frequency. Whereas in the second term, that shows cos beta sin omega m of t and sin beta sin omega m of t. So this term is cos beta sin omega m of t term is even term, sin beta sin omega m of t the odd term. That means including in the equation there is even terms and odd terms, along with the carrier term. Once again, repeat that statement. In the equation, there are even terms and odd terms along with the carrier term. Now the carrier and even and odd terms are there. Like in the amplitude modulation, the carrier and upper sideband and the lower sideband is there. So that's why that that equation carrier term is there. Along with the carrier term, even harmonics are there and odd harmonics are there. So let us specify the even harmonics. So whereas the cos beta sin omega m of t, the even harmonics are specified in the J0 term, J0 beta, 2 J2 beta, 2 J4 beta, 2 J2n beta. Likewise, beta is the modulation index, where J0 terms are have the even terms having J0 into beta, that is fundamental harmonic. 2 J2 beta is the second harmonic, as the frequency component is cos 2 omega m of t. Whereas the fourth term is 2 J4 beta and the frequency term is cos 4 omega m of t. Likewise, so on, there are even harmonics are there. So even harmonics are there, 2 omega naught, 2 omega m, 4 omega m, 5 omega, 6 omega m, 8 omega m. Likewise, so on, the number of even harmonics are there. So along with the carrier, even harmonics are there. So like there is odd harmonics are there. What are the odd harmonics? Sin beta, sin omega m of t. Sin beta, sin omega m of t, odd harmonics. Those odd harmonics are there. Along with the J term, 2 J1 beta sin omega m of t and 2 J3 beta sin omega m of t. Likewise, there are number of odd harmonics. So these are, the odd equation has even harmonics, fourth equation has odd harmonics. So even harmonics, odd harmonics, along with this second equation in this frequency modulated mathematical equation. So now, so there is carrier term, even harmonics and odd harmonics are there. So those even and odd harmonics has, including of the J0 term, is J0 term has the J0 of beta is the harmonic term produces is nothing but that is the Bessel's function we called as. So J0 term may called as the Bessel's function. So the Bessel's function have the harmonics produces there, no? So J0, J1, J2, J3, J4, J up to J of n values. So now the n is the integer value. The J those Bessel's function has specified in this equation. Again, you have to apply the cos A, cos B, and sin A, sin B formula. That equation number 2. Equation number 2. There is a final equation is the seventh equation. See that seventh equation. That is the final equation. It has V of t is equal to J0 of beta cos omega ct. So J0, that means n is equal to 0. There is J0 of beta cos omega ct. This omega ct is a carrier term minus of J1 of beta. J1 of beta having cos omega c means omega m of t minus cos omega c plus omega m of t. Now the J1 term has two components are there. That is, one of the component is omega c minus omega m, another component is omega c plus omega m. There are two components. Like J2 term has omega c minus 2 omega m plus omega c plus 2 omega m. Omega c minus 2 omega m, omega c plus 2 omega. So this is the second harmonic, including of the sliding of the spectrum. That is, with respect of the spectrum omega c, there is omega c plus omega m, omega c minus omega m. There are, let us assume that omega c is the center, omega c plus omega m is the first harmonic, omega c minus omega is the first harmonic. Omega c plus omega is the right side of the first harmonic, omega c minus omega is the left side of the first harmonic. Like omega c plus 2 omega m is the second harmonic in the right side, omega c minus omega 2 omega m is the left side in the second harmonic. Now the first harmonic is omega c plus omega m, omega c plus 2 omega m, omega c plus 3 omega m, omega c plus 4 omega m, likewise. That is the right side harmonics. So same as the omega c minus omega m, omega c minus 2 omega m, omega c minus 3 omega m, likewise these harmonics. So now you can see in this equation, seventh equation, along with omega c, that is cos omega c, the omega c minus omega m, omega c plus omega m, omega c minus 2 omega m, omega c plus 2 omega m, omega c minus 3 omega m, omega c plus 3 omega m. Now, wherever the side bands are present, that is including of the omega c minus of uh, that is added of the modulated signal frequency uh, omega c plus omega m, or omega c plus 2 omega m, omega c plus 3 omega m, likewise. So that is, this is an important equation, the seventh one. See that. So whereas in that J naught term, so what is the J naught term? J term is nothing but the Bessel's function there. Now you can see that Bessel's function. If the n is equal to 0, 1, 2, there is 1, 2, is 0, 1, 2 is there, no? For that 0, n is equal to 0, J0 term is there. J0 term presents in the Bessel's function along with the beta value. Beta is the modulation index in the x-axis, and J term in the y-axis there, no? N is the y-axis term. The beta is equal to 0, beta is equal to 2, beta is equal to 4, beta is equal to 6, beta is equal to 8, beta is equal to 10, beta is equal to 10. What are these? No, beta values. These are the even harmonics. 0, 2, 4, 6, 7. Beta value on the x-axis. The y-axis, there is a magnitude terms are along with the n value. J naught is present at maximum magnitude, J naught present at the maximum magnitude, J1 present at the 50% reduce of the maximum magnitude of the first one. This is the first harmonic, the second harmonic. This is J naught, the fundamental harmonic. No? The one, J1 is the first harmonic, J2 is the second harmonic. Now that first harmonic is 50% magnitude reduces than the primary one, and the second one is further reduction of the magnitude. See that when that beta value goes on increases, the magnitude factors are reduces. Observe this, observe in the waveform. అంటే మనకి magnitude factors reduce అవుతూ ఉన్నాయి చూడండి. Beta value goes on increases. Beta అనేది modulation index. Modulation index increase అయిన కొంది what happens it is J terms అనేవి magnitude reduce అవుతా ఉన్నాయి. So that is the Bessel's function. That is the Bessel's function. Whereas this is further n is equal to 3, 4, 5 condition. So you can observe that when beta goes on increases, n value has to be reduces their magnitude for the side bands. The beta value increase and higher beta values ki magnitude of the spectral components are reduces. So magnitude ekkada maximum undi, J0 దగ్గర maximum ఉంది, J1 దగ్గర reduce అయింది, J2 దగ్గర ఇంకా reduce అయింది, J3 దగ్గర further reduction, J4 దగ్గర further reduction, likewise. అంటే beta value increase అయిన కొద్ది J terms అనేవి magnitude reduce అవుతా ఉందన్నమాట. That is the harmonic concept. So in general harmonics are also like that, no? The magnitude of the harmonics is fundamental harmonic అంటే second harmonic magnitude తక్కువ ఉంటుంది, second harmonic అంటే third harmonic magnitude తక్కువ ఉంటుంది, third harmonic అంటే fourth harmonic magnitude తక్కువ ఉంటుంది. That is, harmonics goes or increases, the magnitude itself has to be decreases in the predominant manner. Decrease in the predominant manner. So that is the concept of the Bessel's function. So now, whereas by using the Bessel's function, whereas J0 terms called as the Bessel's function, no? So another way of arrive at the some conclusion is to make use of the identity J0 square plus 2 into J1 square plus 2 into J2 square plus 2 into J3 square plus so on equal to 1. Averaging of all this. So what is the J0 term? This is Bessel's function. What implication takes place? The magnitude of the spectral component. The magnitude of spectral component at J0 is maximum, J1 is further reduces, J2 is further reduces, like that. So averaging of all these two, that equated to 1. Okay. అంటే ఆ మాగ్నిట్యూడ్స్ అన్ని యావరేజ్ చేసి వోల్టేజ్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ తీసుకుంటే v square by r is equal to what that value? That is the power. No, that average చేస్తే that is equal to 1 అవుతుంది. So we calculate the power P of v by squaring of v of t, the equation. Then the average v not then voltage square చేస్తే power term వస్తుంది. Keeping in mind cross product term average to 0. Okay, we find identity to beta independent of the beta outcome. So now power of the signal is equal to 1 by 2 j naught square plus 2 into sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity j1 square is equal to 50% it is outcome we expect. Okay, so now this is the concept. Power should be 50% reduces in the frequency modulation. Whereas in that another concept you can see that is bandwidth of sinusoidal modulated FM. What is the bandwidth? So bandwidth. So in the frequency model amplitude modulation bandwidth is 2 into FM. 2 into FM is the bandwidth. So in principle, when the FM signal is modulated, the number of sidebands is infinity. Is it not? The number of sidebands is infinity. Whereas in the AM, number of sidebands are 2. One is FC plus FM, another one is FC minus FM. Whereas in that frequency modulation, the number of sidebands are infinity, and the bandwidth required to encompass such a signal is similarly infinity in extent. As a matter of practice, so in the ideal case, what we are saying that the bandwidth is infinite, the sidebands are infinity, bandwidth also infinity. Is it not? The sidebands say that infinity ఉన్నాయో bandwidth కూడా ఏమవుతుంది? Bandwidth is depending upon sidebands, no? That's why expect that bandwidth also infinity. But in this case, practically bandwidth is not that much of infinity. Okay, so in practice, in terms of that any beta value, so larger function of the total power is confined to the sidebands which lie within some finite bandwidth, that no serious distortion of the signal results in the sidebands outside the bandwidth are lost. So whereas you can expect that j naught of beta, each j n of beta use the zero crossing initially, and that as n increases. So n is the depending upon the j term. The corresponding jn remains very close to zero axis up to large value of beta. For any value of beta, only those jn needs to considered which have succeeded in making a significant departure from the zero axis. So there is some certain sidebands are there, two succeeded sidebands are there. So how many such sideband components need to be considered? Okay, so what you are understanding this concept means, so infinity number of sidebands are there. So in theoretical, the infinity number of sidebands are there, the bandwidth is infinity. But in the practical case, some of the sidebands are considered, those sidebands are crossing the points depending upon the j naught term. Depending upon the j naught term. And the j naught term ki cross ఏదైతే సైడ్ బ్యాండ్స్ ఉంటాయో ఆ సైడ్ బ్యాండ్స్ ని మనం కన్సిడర్ చేస్తాం, రిమైనింగ్ అన్ని సైడ్ బ్యాండ్స్ ని కన్సిడర్ చేయమన్నమాట. సో దట్స్ వై ద బ్యాండ్విడ్త్ హ్యాస్ సమ్ లిమిటేషన్. ఓకే, అంటే ఈవెన్ దో సైడ్ బ్యాండ్స్ ఆర్ ఇన్ఫినిటీ, bandwidth has certain limitation depending upon the Bessel's function j naught tau. Bessel's function j naught tau. So now let us exercise some illustrate one problem here now. So to illustrate this point, consider beta is equal to 1. Beta is equal to 1. That is del f by fm is equal to same. That's why beta is equal to 1. Then the power contained n in the term n is equal to 0, 1, 2. So n has considered 0, 1, 2. That's why the power p is equal to, already you know that power p in the equation, p is equal to 1 by 2 j naught square plus into sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity jn square. Okay, you have to substitute in this one. So n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. There are n value 0, 1, 2. Now that 1 by 2 j naught 1 beta is equal to 1 now. Simply substitute in this equation. You can substitute beta is equal to 1 kabatti. So now wherever the beta, that is equal to 1. Now there are 3 terms considered. One is n is equal to 0, n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2. That's why so n is equal to 0. That's why 1 by 2 j naught square 1 plus n is equal to 1 j1 square 1 plus n is equal to j2 square 1. What is 1? It is beta value 1. Now what about j0 1, j1 1, j2 1? What are these values? These values are given in a particular table, that is Bessel's function table. So in this Bessel's function table, see that this is the Bessel's function table. The Bessel's function table, beta is equal to 1 now. Beta is equal to 1, n is equal to 0. What is the value? 0.7652. When beta is equal to 1, n is equal to 1. What is the value? 0.4401. So when beta is equal to 1, n is equal to 2. What is the value? 0.1149. So మనకి example లో n value 0, 1, 2 ఇచ్చారు కాబట్టి beta value 1, the values are considered. This table is given as Bessel's function table. So see that value of the Bessel's function j and beta for various order of n and integral values of beta. So this is the table is given. అంటే మనకి టేబుల్ ఇస్తేనే మనం క్యాల్కులేషన్ చేయగలం. సో this table is like a logarithmic table for us. Okay, this table can be provided in an exam hall if the problem is occurs. Okay, so these values are statistical values. These values are statistical values taken from the logarithmic table, that is the Bessel's function table. So now, substitute the values in that one. Substitute the values that one, that is p is equal to 0.495. So what is the maximum value there? P is equal to 1 by 2. Now 0.5 now. So whereas this nearly equal to 0.495. Like this is, we know that horizontal lines in the table, there is in the previous table, which indicate the values of n for 98% power transmission always occur just n is equal to beta plus 1. So you can see this relation. So n is equal to beta plus 1 condition low, you have to maximum transfer of the power. How much maximum? 98% maximum power is transmitted. So enough, n is equal to beta plus 1 value. So can relate this formula, n is equal to beta plus 1. So thus for sinusoidal modulation, the bandwidth required to transmit or receive the FM signal is B is equal to 2 into beta plus 1 into FM. 2 NFM like this. 2 into NFM. For the n value, n is equal to beta plus 1. Now the bandwidth of the FM is 2 into beta plus 1 into FM. 2 into beta plus 1 into FM. The bandwidth of the FM is 2 into beta plus 1 into FM. This be note this important relation. Whereas what is the bandwidth of AM? 2 into FM only. 2 into FM. So in this 2 into FM, the AM. Whereas in the frequency modulation, 2 into beta plus 1 into FM. Beta plus 1 factor is added, so the n value is added. Okay. Only the difference between AM and FM bandwidth is AM bandwidth is 2 FM. The FM bandwidth is 2 NFM. 2 NFM. So now the n value is beta plus 1. Beta plus 1. These students, please make remember this formula. 2 into beta plus 1 into f. What is beta there? Beta is modulation index. What is the modulation index? Maximum deviation of the frequency modulation del f by fm. The ratio of del f by fm is beta. Del f is maximum deviation. Maximum deviation by modulating the frequency is beta. So now n is called beta plus 1. So let's see this spectral components. The beta is called 0.2. Beta is called 0.2. Substituting this one. Beta is called 0.2. Beta is called 0.2. 2 into 0.2 plus 1, that is 2FM. So beta is called 0.2 means negligible. That's why 2FM. How many sidebands are there? How many sidebands are there? 2 sidebands. What are the sidebands? And beta is called 0.2. The sidebands are Fc plus FM, Fc minus FM. So these sidebands are seems to be the sidebands of AM. Clear now? These sidebands are seems to be the sidebands of AM. At beta value far less than equal to 1. Far less than equal to 1. Then the bandwidth of AM and bandwidth of FM is the same. Note this point. At beta is equal far less than equal to 1. Then the bandwidth of AM and bandwidth of FM is the same. That is QFM. So when the beta is far less than equal to 1, the condition known as narrow band FM. Beta is far less than 1. Condition known as narrow band FM. A condition of narrow band FM. Narrow band FM bandwidth to AM bandwidth same. That is 2F. So whereas beta is equal to 1. Beta is equal to 1. So when the beta is equal to 1, what is this? Bandwidth. Beta is equal to 1. 2 into 1 plus 1 into FM. 2 into 2, 4 FM are there. What is the 4 FM? There are 4 spectral components. What are the 4 spectral components? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. With respect to FC, 1, 2, the positive direction, that is the right hand side, positive side, and negative side is 1, 2. The positive side, two side bands, negative side, two side bands. Total side bands is the 4. So that is reflecting this formula. Beta into 2, B is 2 beta plus 1. Beta is 1 now. There are 4 FM. There are 4 FM. 4 side bands are there. 2 are the positive direction, 2 are the negative direction. When beta is equal to 5, how many side bands are there? Beta is equal to 5. How many number of beta is equal to 5? What is the value? 5 plus 1, 6. 6 into 2. 6 into 2. 12. There are 12 side bands are there. So that means, so in positive direction 6, negative direction 6. And very long. Like the beta is equal to 10. Then positive direction 11, negative direction 11. Like this is the spectrum of FM. Spectrum of FM. So observe that waveforms at every place of FC, what is the magnitude? 1, the maximum. So the remaining sideband magnitude is, so at most lower than the 1. Okay? Maximum amplitude carrier amplitude 1 that is the unity. 1 is the maximum. So remaining sideband magnitude at most reduces. Okay? Goes on annually increases, the magnitude of the spectral components reduces. Okay? Amplitude of the spectral components reduces. So this is the spectrum of FM. Spectrum of FM. Now, so that is the concept involved in this. So now, whereas you have to significant the above equation, that is beta plus b is equal to 2 into beta plus 1 into f now. So now the beta value is del f by fm. Substituting this one, beta values to del f by fm. So substitute 2 beta plus del f by fm plus same for the value. 2 beta plus 2fm, no? 2 beta plus 2fm. Substitute in the place of beta del f by fm. Del f by fm substitute. Del f by fm substitute చేసిన తర్వాత you have to equate that. Then now that in the more significant way, the bandwidth of fm is equal to 2 into del f plus fm. 2 into del f plus fm. Del f plus fm. So this is the expression. So after in depth, in place of beta, and substitute del f by fm, then the bandwidth is expressed in terms of 2 into del f plus fm. 2 into del f plus fm. This is another bandwidth formula. 2 into beta plus 1, that is actual FM bandwidth. In depth, if you have to put del f formula, del f beta formula, it is equal to del f FM, then beta is equal to the relation with frequency deviation, bandwidth relation with frequency deviation, 2 into del f plus FM. So expression words, the bandwidth, దీన్ని మన వర్డ్స్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేస్తే the bandwidth is twice the sum of the maximum frequency deviation and the modulated signal frequency. So beta is equal to del f plus fm equation ni words lo express chesthe emutundi, the bandwidth is twice the sum of the maximum frequency deviation and the modulated signal frequency. So this rule of bandwidth is called Carson rule. This rule of bandwidth is called Carson rule. What is the Carson rule? The bandwidth is twice the sum of the maximum frequency deviation and the modulated signal frequency. Once I repeat that, Carson rule is the bandwidth is twice the sum of the maximum frequency deviation and the modulated signal frequency. Is the Carson rule. Now 2 into del f plus fm is the one of the bandwidth of the Carson rule. So in మన frequency modulation లో 2 types of bandwidths utilization. One bandwidth is 2 into beta plus 1 into fm. That is the original bandwidth. Whereas in depth గా చూస్తే the bandwidth is 2 into del f plus fm also. 2 into del f plus fm also. ఎందుకు del f plus fm అవుతుంది? బీటా ప్లేస్ లో del f by fm వాల్యూ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తే బీటా ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ మోడ్యులేషన్ ఇండెక్స్. Modulation index defined as the maximum ratio of maximum frequency deviation by frequency modulation. That is the del f. That is the beta. A beta value lo del f by fm ni substitute cheste can relate bandwidth with respect of frequency deviation. That is twice the sum of maximum frequency deviation and the modulated frequency. This is the Carson rule. The Carson rule is an important concept in the endogenous point of view. Okay, so now go for another concept. Effect of modulation index beta on bandwidth. Effect of the modulation index. Effect of the modulation index on bandwidth. Effect of modulation index on bandwidth. Then, what the effect of modulation index on the bandwidth of the spectrum? Spectrum bandwidth ni modulation index ఎట్లా ఎఫెక్ట్ చూపిస్తుంది? Okay, in this case. So the modulation index beta plays a role in FM, which is not like the role played in the parameter M in the connection with AM. Okay, so M is the modulation index of AM, beta is modulation index FM. So ఈ రెండు modulation indexes bandwidth మీద ఎఫెక్ట్ చూపించేది different roles ఉంటాయి. That's why the modulation index beta plays a role in FM, which is not unlike the role of the role played by the parameter in the connection AM. So in AM, the sinusoidal modulation takes place. In order to avoid the distortion, it should be observed that M is equal to 1. So M is a modulation index of AM. So what are the modulation index AM? AM by AC. AM by AC is the modulation index in AM. What is AM? AM is amplitude modulating signal amplitude. Modulating signal amplitude. AM. AC is carrier signal amplitude. AM is modulating signal amplitude. AC is carrier signal amplitude. AM by AC is the ratio of AM by AC is the M. M is the modulation index or depth of modulation. So depth of modulation is less than 1 is the allowable modulation. Equal to 1 is the 100% modulation. Greater than 1 is over modulation. So M basis koni allowable modulation, not allowable modulation decides. M less than 1 condition allowable modulation. M is equal to 1 also allowable modulation, provided that ideal case filter design cheyagalite M is equal to 1 case kuda accurate case ani cheptaru. M greater than 1 condition is not allowable. So allowable modulation కాదని ఎలా డిసైడ్ చేస్తామంటే the signal recovered at the receiving end. అంటే మనం పంపించిన సిగ్నల్ ని రిసీవర్ దగ్గర రికవర్ చేసుకోగలిగితే దట్ ఇస్ allowable modulation. రికవర్ చేసుకోలేకపోతే దట్ ఇస్ నాట్ allowable modulation. సో ఈ కండిషన్ రికవర్ చేసుకోగలుగుతాం. M less than 1 కండిషన్ లో రికవర్ చేసుకోగలుగుతాం. M is equal to 1 కండిషన్ కూడా రికవర్ చేసుకోగలుగుతాం. కానీ ప్రొవైడెడ్ దట్ ఫిల్టర్స్ ఏదైతే లో పాస్ ఫిల్టర్స్ రిసీవర్ దగ్గర యూజ్ చేస్తామో అవి ఐడియల్ కేస్ లో రియలైజ్ చేయగలగాలి. బట్ ఐడియల్ కేస్ లో ఫిల్టర్స్ ని రియలైజ్ చేయలేము కాబట్టి M less than 1 condition is allowable modulation. M greater than 1 condition is not allowable. M greater than 1 condition ఏమవుతుంది ఓవర్లాపింగ్ జరుగుతుంది కాబట్టి సిగ్నల్ రికన్స్ట్రక్షన్ పాసిబుల్ కాదు. దట్స్ వై నాట్ allowable. సో నౌ ఈ కండిషన్ లో మనం M is equal to 1 condition 100% modulation కండిషన్ అంటాం. సో ఈ కండిషన్ లో you're able to reconstruct the signal. The signal reconstruct this condition M less than equal to 1 condition. Whereas in this FM is considered the magnitude of the recovered baseband signal at maximum. On this same base, we will expect that advantage to lie is keeping beta as large as possible. So now recovery is maximum when the beta is maximum. In this FM లో మనకి రికవరీ maximum ఉండే కండిషన్ ఏదంటే beta value is maximum, large beta value. Beta value is large, then recovery is maximum. Recovered signal is will get maximum signal is recovered at bandwidth beta value is large. Is that condition. Now, so now the spectrum of the constant bandwidth depth. Spectrum of constant bandwidth depth. Let us consider that we are dealing with the modulated signal voltage. So modulated signal voltage Vm cos 2 pi FM of t. Let's take an example. This is the modulated signal Vm cos 2 pi FM of t, where Vm is the peak voltage. So in the phase modulation system, the phase angle pi of t would be the proportional to this modulated signal. So the phase angle modulation law pi of t అనేది proportional to modulated signal frequency ఉంటుంది. So that pi m is equal to k dash Vm cos 2 pi FM, 2 pi FM of t. K dash Vm cos 2 pi FM of t. Because of the phase modulation, the signal is proportional to modulated signal. Okay. Whereas k dash is constant. The phase deviation beta is equal to k dash into Vm. The phase deviation beta is equal to k dash into Vm. And For constant VM, the bandwidth occupied increases linearly with moderate signal frequency, since bandwidth proportional to 2 beta into FM. Bandwidth proportional to 2 beta into FM. What about beta? Beta is equal to K dash into VM, no? So 2 into K dash into VM FM. You may avoid this variability of the bandwidth with modulating signal frequency by arriving that pi of t is equal to K by 2 pi FM into VM sine 2 pi FM. How can you convert the sine wave from the cos? Because you have to derive derivative with respect to of K dash. K dash is the derivative. K is the integration. K ki K dash difference చూడండి. సో K dash నుంచి K వచ్చినప్పుడు ఇది డెరివేటివ్ అవుతుంది. డెరివేటివ్ అయినప్పుడు కాస్ కి డెరివేటివ్ సైన్ కాబట్టి K by 2 pi FM VM sin 2 pi FM t. So K is constant now. So in this case beta is equal to, in case లో beta is equal to ఏమంటే K VM by 2 pi FM అవుతుంది. K VM by 2 pi FM. And the bandwidth the beta proportional to 2K by 2 pi VM. So that is independent of FM. Now the bandwidth is independent of FM అవుతుంది. You can derive that ఈ కేసులో మనం FM కి bandwidth కి రిలేషన్ ఉండదు. So likewise you can derive that bandwidth ki FM ki independent ఉందని. So in this latter case, however, the instantaneous frequency omega is equal to omega c plus K VM plus 2 pi FM of t, since the instantaneous frequency is proportional to the modulated signal. The initially angle modulated signal has become a frequency modulated signal. Thus, the signal intend to occupy a nominal constant bandwidth for a frequency modulated than the angle modulation. Sorry, so that is the spectrum of constant bandwidth FM is one of the concept. That is, in this concept of frequency modulation, phase modulation. Phase modulation నుంచి indirect గా frequency modulation derive చేస్తాము. Frequency modulation derive చేసినప్పుడు bandwidth is indirectly proportional to the independent of the FM అవుతుంది. Bandwidth is independent of the FM అవుతుంది. So ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్ లో మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే, so when the spectrum is goes on increases, bandwidth is may not be increased because of bandwidth is independent of frequency కాబట్టి. Bandwidth is independent of frequency కాబట్టి you can say that is the concept. Let's take one example there. In commercial broadcasting, let's take an example. Better to note down in house. In commercial FM broadcasting, the FCC committee, Federal Communication Commission, allows the frequency deviation. LF is for 75 kHz. The LF is 75 kHz is specified by the FCC committee. FCC is given as the LF is deviation is allowable up to 75 kHz. So if you assume that the highest modulating signal frequency is 15K, FM is equal to 15K, LF is equal to 75K. Then at this frequency, beta value is LF is no, FM is no. What is the beta? Beta is equal to LF by FM, no? Now the beta is equal to LF by FM is 75 by 50, that is 5. Beta is equal to 5. So in the commercial broadcasting purpose, what is the beta value? 5 only. For the commercial broadcasting, beta value is equal to 5 because of the LF is equal to 75 and FM is 15K. So these statistical values are very important. So some of these values are asked by the GATE examination also. So please remember these values. The LF of the commercial communication is 75. Modulated signal frequency is to 15K. So what is beta value? Beta is equal to 5. Beta is equal to 5. So for all other modulating frequencies, beta is larger than 5. For all other modulation frequencies, beta is called larger than 5. When beta is called 5, there beta plus 1 n value. N is called beta plus 1 now. Because of beta is called 5, 5 plus 1, 6 significant sideband pairs. So that FM is called 15 kilohertz. The bandwidth requirement is N is equal to beta plus 1 now. Beta plus 1 is equal to 6. So what is the bandwidth requirement? Here it is beta is bandwidth is equal to 2 into beta plus 1 into FM. Beta plus 1 is equal to 6 now. 2 into 6 into 50. 2 into beta plus 1 into FM. That is 180 kilohertz. 180 kilohertz, which is to be compared with the which is the commercial communication and through 180K. So which is to be compared with the 2 delta is 150K, and beta is equal to 20. There are 21 significant sideband pairs are there. And what is the bandwidth now? Beta is bandwidth is equal to 2 into 20 into 15 by 4. 15 by 4. What is the 15 by 4? How can you take it by 4? It is how can you take it by 4? It is 15 by 4. Even though n is equal to 21, because of beta is equal to 20, n is equal to 21, n is equal 21, but FML is considered as 15 by 4. 15 by 4. 15 by 4. Because of 4 is the reduction factor here. So that's why the bandwidth is called 157.5. What about the original bandwidth here? 180. But even the beta is equal to 20, this is 157.5. So beta is equal to 5 dagra, what is the bandwidth? 180 outundi. Beta is equal to 15 dagra, there is a reduction factor is added here. It is by 4. That's why the bandwidth reduces to 157.5 kilometers. So in the limiting case of very large beta and correspondingly very small FM. In the large beta FM value very small. There is a limiting factor of the FM. There is a like by 4 no, there is a reducible factor. So at beta larger, the FM is very small. So the actual bandwidth becomes equal to the normal bandwidth to del FM. So actual bandwidth. So the actual bandwidth is 2 into beta plus 1 into FM. Normal bandwidth is 2 into del F plus F. So please students, please note down the point. The actual bandwidth in frequency modulation is equal to 2 into beta plus 1 into FM. For normal bandwidth in FM is 2 into del F plus FM. 2 into del F plus F. 2 into beta plus 1. 2 into beta plus 1 into FM means actual bandwidth now. 2 into del F plus FM means normal bandwidth. Okay. So please go to this point once again. Okay. So observe this in this point, the beta is equal to 5. So 2 into del F is the nominal bandwidth. Beta is equal to 5 అయితే how many spectrums are there? 6 spectrums వస్తాయి. Where beta is equal to 10 అయితే ఎన్ని spectrums వస్తాయి? 11 spectrums వస్తాయి. But what is the 2 del F key 2 del F difference చూడండి? The constant bandwidth is there. But the spacing between the spectral components are very narrow when beta value decreases. Spacing చూడండి, ఇక్కడ spacing అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి. అంటే ఈ bandwidth అనేది కాన్స్టెంట్ మెయింటైన్ అవుతుంది, బట్ ద స్పేసింగ్ ఇస్ వెరీ మచ్ nearer వస్తుంది. అప్పుడు స్పేసింగ్ బిట్వీన్ ద సైడ్ బెడ్స్ క్లియర్ వచ్చినప్పుడు కాన్స్టెంట్ బ్యాండ్విడ్త్ మెయింటైన్ అవుతుంది. కాన్స్టెంట్ బ్యాండ్విడ్త్ మెయింటైన్ అవుతుంది. సో దట్స్ వై దిస్ ఈస్ ద bandwidth is constant and the spectral components are more. Spectral components more అయినా కానీ bandwidth అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అవ్వదు. ఓన్లీ కాన్స్టెంట్ బ్యాండ్విడ్త్ మెయింటైన్ అవుతుంది. The spacing between the components are reduces. Spacing between the components reduces. ఇక్కడ 5 అకామిడేట్ చేయగలిగితే ఇదే స్పేస్ లో 10 అకామిడేట్, ఇదే స్పేస్ లో 20 అకామిడేట్ చేస్తాం. ఆ స్పేస్ మనం ఇంక్రీజ్ చేయం, అంటే బ్యాండ్విడ్త్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేయం, ఆ స్పేసింగ్ ని రెడ్యూస్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం అన్నమాట. అంటే ఇక్కడ 5 అకామిడేట్ చేస్తాం అదే బ్యాండ్విడ్త్ లో, ఇక్కడ 10 అకామిడేట్ చేస్తాం అదే బ్యాండ్విడ్త్ లో, ఇక్కడ 20 అకామిడేట్ చేస్తాం అదే బ్యాండ్విడ్త్. సో this concept we call as constant bandwidth FM. When the beta value increases, there is no change in the bandwidth. That is the constant bandwidth FM. So this tracker means examination interval, right? This term of constant bandwidth is very important. Okay. Okay. So with this conclude the concept. Okay. Tomorrow class you can go for another further concepts. Okay. So please go to the textbook once, which I provide the material to you. Please follow the material. Wherever the formulas are there, you have to note down the formulas. Then you have to practice it. Okay. So thank you all.